Okay, it says you are live. Hey, peace and blessings, family. We is
What up?
back up
What
in
up?
the building. How you doing, sis? How was your weekend?
My weekend was very, very busy, but it was a good busy. This morning I felt like a big mom. I was up hecka early cooking all kind of stuff before it got hot. But yeah, it was a
So
good
I
busy
know
weekend. What about you?
my weekend's been good. I had guests from out of town and got the chance just to hang out and have some fun. So, I
That's what's
totally
up.
enjoy that. But I know you went to a giveaway. Tell us about that.
It was Kicks for Kids with Elisa. I believe her last name is Scott. Elisa and Dale put it together. It was at the Valley High Macro Community Center. That's what I call it. I don't know the exact appropriate name, but it was so nice. I mean, they really did not skip anything with these kids. It was really good. They had it's called Kicks for Kids. They gave away tennis shoes. Foot Locker was out there. They sponsored. Foot Locker was
Brand
out
new
there. They had
tennis shoes.
brand new tennis shoes. They even had some Foot Locker employees out there to help make sure it was the right sizing for the family members and stuff like that. They gave away they had Paul Mitchell out there and some barbers and stuff like that giving haircuts and braids. They had a cotton candy machine. They had snow cone, all free to the people, to the children. They got brand new clothes. I know it was Kingdom Clothing. I can't remember the other brother name. Brand new clothes that all the kids are wearing, all the trendy, nice stuff. I mean, they didn't give them like, they had used stuff as well, but they gave these children some nice, beautiful new things. It was gave them stuff to eat. They had jump outs. They had the characters to come out. One of the Coco Melon people and Woody from Toy Story and other characters. It was a really, really, really awesome event. It was great. They had a cupcake. It was just good to see the community come out and all get together and do something um, for the community. You know what I mean? Free of charge, and and the people were really appreciative. It was a
So
good turnout.
what was the makeup of the turnout? The makeup
It
or
was
the
mixed. It was mixed. It was a lot of African American people, and Hispanic people. Were a lot of Indians. A lot of Indians were there too
like
as well.
Indians, dot or
Um,
feather? Which ones you talking about?
oh, dot,
Okay. So East
Middle
Indians. Okay.
Eastern.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How were they? Because I see us get doing a lot of
Very
giveaways as
aggressive and
black people, but I never see other communities do giveaways where we be at.
yeah, no. Yeah, they were a little rude, little rude. Very greedy in a sense, wanting to take more than instead of everybody getting some saying, I got 8, 9 people at home I need pants for, but it's people out here with their kids, I know stuff like that. Very, greedy. But it was a really mixed crowd. It was a really mixed crowd. They even had some performers out there as well. There was people out there doing positive rap, no
Right.
cussing, positive, uplifting, motivating rap. They did an amazing job at this event. Amazing,
Right
amazing
now.
job.
Now, who was the people who put it on?
Elisa Scott also does All Things Indie podcast and the Starlit Room on the second floor of Harlow's once a month, and she brings independent acts that are really, really good. Like she's a quiet little her and her husband are like a little power couple in here in Sacramento that people kind of sleep on. This sister is out there doing her thing. Let me make sure I'm saying her name. I'm just saying Elisa, but she does. I know her name is first Elisa, but All Things Indie podcast. This long, yeah, Elisa Scott. She is amazing. This young lady is amazing. Very young mother, wife. She's amazing. But she put
Oh,
it together along with her friend Dale. And he was if you go to my live, I don't want live out there and you can see him on there, but they collaborated and put it together and then got their people in the community to sponsor it. So it was awesome. It was really, really good.
right on. I'm trying to share something since we're talking about back to school. Let me see if I can
hmm
share this because how are you feeling? Like your baby just started school. How are you feeling about the back to school?
I'm excited about it. I'm really always on his campus, so it's not a big thing for me. He's decided to go back because he likes to go with the band. This is week 2 right here, so they're going for a full week this week. And he'll start the zero period as well, so he'll be at school from 7:30 a.m. till about 9 p.m. every day.
Right
Well,
on,
3
right
days
on.
a week because he has band practice 3 days a week. But other than that, every day got to be to school 7:30. So I'm excited about the school. So I'm nervous as well though because I don't always feel like our children are secure on campus. So I get a little nervous when I got to
What
drop
do
them
you
off.
mean when you say you're a little nervous at that? What does that
Well,
mean?
we have mass shootings at school. We have police harass our students at school. Campus security. We have a lot of things. And my son, like you, your nephew. He's 6'4", with a beard. So I get nervous about him. Anytime he on my side, I get nervous about him. He's my baby, but he looks like a average black man in America. He doesn't look like a 16-year-old. So anytime he's out of my eyesight, I'm worried.
I'll take that. But you know,
I'm
Khadijah,
even
you're a very
procrastinating. I'm even procrastinating him getting his license because I'm afraid of him getting pulled over. I know I got to cut the apron strings. We already talked about it. But
no,
I'm
I
that's
get
a
that.
real
That's a
fear
real
of mine. Some
concern.
people don't. Some people are not. I know people let their kids drive with no license. I'm afraid for him to even get behind the wheel legally. Think I'm gonna let him drive
Right.
illegally? Hell no. But that's a real fear of mine. But I gotta, I know I gotta, I wouldn't let him be driving by his senior year. But I find comfort in taking him where he needs to be and picking him up and making sure But I'm really worried about him getting behind the wheel.
So look, we're doing this back to school. So you just talked about your back to school event, and this went viral. That back to school controversy: a mom's choice in a lace front wig and acrylic nails for her pre-K daughter ignites online debate. So, what are your thoughts on this, Khadijah?
I think it's sad. It's just sad. Whatever happened to knockers and barrettes or some regular old cornrows? We didn't. I don't think black people did pigtails. We did ponytails and plaits, but I don't. I think we rushing our babies to be adults so quickly. And then we're giving them a beauty standard that's not realistic. We can't grow plastic hair. We just no way that we can grow plastic hair. So I think we giving our kids a false sense of identity. What is this? And she's a beautiful little girl. But is that a filter? I can't even tell what's filters. Let me tell you, I was thinking everybody had like perfect because you see, I don't wear makeup. I barely put on lipstick, sometimes lip
Right.
gloss. But I'm thinking, oh, they got beautiful skin. I'm not knowing all these things is filters, so I don't even know if this is a baby real face or not. But she's a beautiful little girl, and I just think it's really sad that we make our children grow up so fast. I think it's really, really sad
I think this is
and
quite
unfortunate.
damaging because I know this
Yeah,
comes
absolutely.
from this is just my observation. This has everything to do with her daughter competing against kids who are mixed race. That's what I see when I see the plastic hair like this. This is not even braids where it's like, okay, I get braids. Okay. Oh,
Hmm,
okay.
hmm.
But this straight hair thing and looking like
See,
this and,
and
being
I see
pulled
it.
back
I don't even. Yeah, I
for
see
me,
it as
because I
them
see black girls
mimicking.
having to compete with them all day long. But
Absolutely, but I see it past that. I don't even think it's not even people with mixed people. I think they're really trying to emulate what they see. Like this Barbie movie's out. I've never seen so many blonde wigs in my life recently. You look at all the TV shows. Everybody has bone straight lace front wigs. You know what I mean? So it's past the hat breed. It's just trying to emulate
I get
what
you.
they think the beauty standard is, which is bone straight hair.
Or sometimes curly weed. But I agree with you. I just think about the
Yeah, and they
damage of this
probably feel
baby
like
as
they
she
need to.
grows up. I just feel how
Yeah, they don't have
damaging
no
it's going to
side.
be for her as a child. Like, and happen to feel like who she is not good enough. I know grown women who struggle with that, but damn, as a
Hmm.
kid, you wasn't even thinking about shit like that as a kid. That stuff you may start seeing when you got to middle school, sometimes high school. But it seemed like it's just getting younger and younger. Like this need to
It
not be
is.
yourself and who you are isn't enough. Because it looked like she probably could have a little makeup on. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Is that her face? Is that a filter? Like I can't. And one. I don't know if you've seen the little girl had her nails done. She had eyelashes on her kindergarten graduation.
Ugh.
She had on like nails and eyelashes, and it's just like I had eyelashes at my wedding. I forgot I had them on 'cause I don't wear it, and I wiped my eye, and wiped my whole eyelash off. Everybody was. I said, just take this out my face. But I don't. I can't imagine being a child and you can't run free and play and do things. Because you're done up like you're. I don't get it. I don't get it.
So what you think going on in the
I don't
mama
know.
head that she did this shit? Like for real, if you just had to come up
That's her
with a
doll
thought.
baby. A lot of these people treat their children like dolls. They dress and make them look real fancy and real pretty and all that, and that's all they do. It's
Do
like
you
they're
think
dolls that don't put anything into them.
do
In
you
my opinion, I
think
don't know the mama,
I
but
agree. Do you think this also says to adult men it may how do I say this? A lot of men sometimes be attracted to children, but sometimes they be attracted to children who look like adults. Because she
yeah, I
looks
think
way
they
older
definitely
than
setting their child up to be groomed and sexualized. Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. When you
I'm
putting
not saying
on
it's okay,
children on
yeah.
clothes that are It's not okay at all. That's a
Yeah,
pervert. You shouldn't be attracted to
yeah,
children anyway. But
right.
when you set your child up and dress your child like an adult, and you know that there are predators and pedophiles out there, but you're giving her eyelashes, bright red lipstick, mini skirts and crop tops, lace fronts, long red acrylic nails, and you know there's a pervert out there waiting to sexualize your child. So you're setting your child up for failure. You're setting your child up to potentially become a victim. So no, yeah, absolutely. We got to do some self-examination. That's what's like. Where are the big mamas at? We don't have them anymore. Grandma put some plats in that baby head. My mom would not let us do that. Aunt Winnie would have been like, "What? Mm-mm,
Yeah,
mm-mm.
yeah.
I
Um,
don't know."
well, we might as well
Man.
keep on rolling with these damn topics. So this one right here, Lizzo. I'm not gonna front on nobody. I have nothing against Lizzo. I'm not a fan. I didn't buy any of her albums. I don't watch her perform. I'm overweight myself. I don't want to see my own fat gut. I don't want to see my own fat between my legs. I don't want to see none of that shit. So I don't want to see nobody else that has it. And I can be honest. And I think when you're fat, you can say certain shit that other motherfuckers can't say. And I
Right.
just never. And then when she cried that time about people, nobody wants to see my fat butt. Like, dude, I don't. And so be with
Wait,
people who
what
want to be
happened? I
with
don't. I
you.
didn't. I didn't. What happened? What happened?
She did a live one time where she cried about how as a big person, people do
Hmm.
not like see her the way they see Beyonce, which I thought the shit was funny. I thought it was funny.
Okay.
But I also thought, like, Lizzo, come on, I'm a big girl and I don't want to see my fat rolls. That's why I go to the gym all the time and walk all the time and ride my bike and park farther away from the supermarket when I gotta go shopping. And like I'm not driving for that front parking space. Like I don't like,
Hmm.
like I struggle with I've been this big since I was in high school. Okay, so I really understand the fat struggle. But what
Right.
gets
Right.
me with the whole Lizzo shit is the stuff that's coming out about her and how she treats her fat dancers. I'm not gonna say plus size. I'm gonna call this shit what it is. And then to take them to a club in Amsterdam and want them to eat a banana out of somebody's vagina,
Yeah,
a
that's
sex
that's
worker's
some.
vagina.
Yeah, I
And
don't.
here's the other part. And it's like
Mm.
the women did it because they didn't want to lose their damn job.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
here's
I'm
the thing.
fired
I
that
worked
day.
for a woman that was very abusive for 25 years. So when people say, I would just quit, bitch, we got bills. Y'all be doing it to people, doing shit for people because you keep your goddamn job. You know that's how you want to cold cock your manager, but you had thought about that goddamn rent and mortgage, whatever you
Ah,
paid in your kids' shoes. So you couldn't quite do that.
if that boss would have asked you 25 years ago to do that, you would have found another job.
I would have. I would have, honestly. But I'm just
That
saying, like,
particular thing, some things that you have to just bite your tongue.
yeah,
But I eat the banana, but abduces, hell out of here.
yeah.
Now that's very nasty, and that's
Yeah.
I think
And she
people.
fired him anyway because one of the girls was too good at you, so she fired her.
See, I'm not even keeping up with the story. That's how uninterested in this I am. But I think it's very disgusting. I didn't know who got fired. Even I think it's just very disgusting, very degrading, and we have to be careful how we treat people. You know what I'm saying? Like I think people get into Hollywood or become famous or anything they could do what all these white men are getting away with doing, and you a black woman. See, that's the problem is all these. What's the guy that had a little island and kept all of? I can't Epstein. I can't remember his
Epstein,
name.
Epstein,
Yeah,
Epstein.
and all the stuff that they're doing, and R. Kelly got caught up, and y'all think y'all these rich white men, and that they're gonna turn you other. No, that is disgusting as hell, Lizzo. I'm disappointed in you, sis. Seriously, I'm disappointed in
Yeah.
her.
I'm not
I was
shocked
rooting
about
for
the
you because
behavior.
I'm plus size. I'm fat
Yeah.
plus size now,
No,
but
yeah,
I'm a
hey,
big
hey.
girl. And yeah,
I,
but they gotta be done with decency. Like that picture right there in the
right.
black, she looks nice. I don't know what the bottom look like. That's you're gonna see your curves regardless. You can't hide your curves.
That's true.
You can't
That's
hide
true.
it. You can't hide. You can see that anything you put on, they're going to see your voluptuousness, regardless.
Yes. Most
So
definitely. Most
I'm
definitely.
very disappointed in her. I hope a lot of this is just fabrication. I'm alleged. I hope this is all allegedly, and I hope it stays allegedly. But
Well,
I
it's
hope this
allegedly
is not
right
what the
now.
she's doing. Yeah,
Except
I
for
hope it
even
stays
when
that
she
way. I
came
swear
out
to
with
God.
her statement about it just didn't seem like.
See, I haven't thought what she.
Yeah, her statement was more like these are
Oh
just people
shit. See
basically who don't
Lizzo
like
now,
me.
girl.
Instead of saying I'm a champion of women's rights, she didn't even try to be like, maybe I wasn't aware. Or, she was basically like these are people who are hating on me because I'm fat and successful,
Oh,
basically.
can't defend
So
that.
I don't know. I feel like,
I can't
see, my
defend
thing
that.
is when you start pulling people out the closet, like talking about all the weird shit that's happening in Hollywood, Don't think black people just in there sweeping and mopping.
No.
So we are co-conspirators to this whole shit.
We are
Hip hop,
partaking and
period.
imitating.
Yeah, hip hop,
We are
period.
partaking and imitating. That's what the hell we doing. We
I agree.
imitating and partaking in everything they doing. They partake in it and then they imitate it. And then they bring that gross shit to us and to other people in their community that the homeboy they done brought up or their homegirl working for them or the young person aspiring to be there and I get to finally be a backup dancer. I really hope this is allegedly. Liz, I really
I
hope
know
this is
more people
allegedly.
coming out the woodworks, Khadijah. Where there's smoke,
Ooh,
there's
I
gonna be
know,
fire.
I know, I
And
know.
one
I
lady who
said
was
I
a
really hope.
filmmaker with her said that that's why she quit or her project because she didn't like the way Lizzo
Mm,
talked to her. So the woman never really
mm.
said that. She just kind of kept it to herself. And so my thing is, we'll be if this had been some white people like, oh shit. But because it's a black person, we always have this way of like criminality is you can get away with it in the black culture. Absolutely, you can because we don't really
Men
value
usually
black
do.
life. Black life does not matter, so you can really get away with it. We'll find every excuse why it was okay for Lizzo to tell these girls to eat a banana out of somebody's pussy.
Yeah, yeah. That's
That's how sick we are
don't say it
with
so
the shit.
graphically. That is
Yeah,
disgusting.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but it's just the way it is. And
I
see,
just no, I
these
feel you.
women, and then when you're a heavy set dancer, I'm just using heavy sets what I normally would use. People don't even see you as dancers half the damn time.
Yeah, yeah,
They don't even think you're capable of busting a move, and being a dancer.
absolutely.
They really don't see that. Like all jokes aside, like so their opportunities
Ooh,
are slimming in between. Even though I did see some big girls dancing in Beyonce's concert when I seen the video,
right,
I was like,
right.
go Beyonce. Because I guess they can move. Because there's a lot of dancers who are plus size that can dance.
I can get down. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell
But I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, listen, yeah.
I seen that and was like, not shocked.
I'm not.
You know
Yeah,
what I
I'm not
mean?
shocked by
Not
anything anymore.
shocked.
Yeah, we don't even live in a time where we can be shocked by shit out. What else? What? Yeah, surprises. It's probably gonna be some more gross shit coming out. Like I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right now they are on
Cause where
Diddy's
there's smoke,
ass.
there's
P. Diddy,
fire.
they just everybody, they mama
What he
coming
done
out with
did.
stuff on him. I'm like, what's going on with P. Diddy? Hey, welcome, family. Join in, send your questions, your comments. We here. But a lot of stuff, even he's come out as a gatekeeper. Like there's a lot of gay gatekeepers. And my thing is, I kind of was done with hip hop, maybe in like in the mid '90s. I was kind of done on it. So for me, I just never was really plugged into it. I just think I didn't see a lot of talented people. Let's feel like that. Like
Yeah, hip
I
hop
didn't
just
even
became when it
Khadijah,
became
Who is
mainstream,
Tory
it
Lane?
became corny. He's a singer.
Well,
I
hold
think
on.
yeah, that's the one that shot Meg the Stallion, right? I couldn't tell you a song, but I
He
know he's
just
a
got
singer.
he
I
just
know him
got
from
a
this case right here.
sentence.
Yeah, 10 years for shooting her in the foot.
I see. I don't even
Shooting
know
her in
who
the
he
foot.
is.
I just
Yeah.
know he's a singer from this case. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Greetings. I just
Yeah,
know he's a
I
singer from
know
this case.
he's a
Allegedly, well, he shot her
yeah.
in the foot and was sentenced. Ain't no allegedly. They have video. He shot her in the foot in the car. And he got sentenced to 10 years. But a lot of black women are up in arms about him uh getting sentenced to 10 years. They're saying he shouldn't have got 10
Talk to
years for
me.
shooting her in the foot. Hey Angela. Yeah,
Yeah, I
they're
think that's
upset
why
that
we have
he
every
got his
5.5 hours of. Sorry, go ahead, Khadijah.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I said I think that's why that's every 5.5 hours a black woman, a girl in America is murdered by a black boy or man. And black people don't say shit about it. Like it's okay to shoot your women and
Mhm.
kill them, and kill the mothers and daughters and providers, because in our community, that's who's usually leading the fight in terms of providing for family. 70% of black households are headed by black women. So if you kill
Mm.
them all, who is going to raise these children? So I think that
And
10
now
years
they're
was
gonna be
kind
raising
of, I,
themselves. It's
I
gonna be
wish he
buck
would have got
wild.
25 to life personally myself. Because he should
And
have,
he's not even he's
an
he's an
American
immigrant.
citizen. He's from Canada
Yeah.
by way of the
Uh-huh.
Caribbean somewhere.
Yep. Yep.
So I don't know. I'm
Um,
not a supporter of criminality. I think when people get their sentences, good luck. You should not have been shooting somebody in the goddamn foot. You see how crazy that is? What I look like defending you? This weekend, there was a whole
and I,
bunch of shit around somebody who was a criminal in our community and happened to get shot by the police. and we still celebrating this goddamn person. Tell me one thing this person did that was good when they was walking around alive. I'll wait.
Mm, mm.
He ain't did
I
shit
think
when he
in the
was
black
alive.
community,
Go ahead. Don't get me started.
I think in the black community, Tory Lanez, I think it's unfortunate that black women just we don't even value each other. We know other people don't give a fuck about black women, but
Right.
it was black women saying that was too much for him. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
just like, and we don't even value. That's like not valuing yourself. It's so much self hatred is like really deep rooted. And yeah, supporting criminality. Um, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
No,
Cause
please,
I go
Khadijah,
too deep right there.
because I can't be the only
But
one like
yeah,
who feel this way.
no, because people support criminality so much. They act like they stand on the side of justice, but they really only stand on the side of criminality that can get them some attention. It's nothing to do with justice. They only get behind stuff that can get them notoriety. So yeah, the people support Sacramento is running rap with people that support criminal behavior and criminals. They running nonprofits. They run a
I
nonprofit. They
know.
think they can get some money off the name. They with you, but they're running nonprofits, and they try to bully everybody. Peace Star Island try to bully everybody into giving them funding and try to hijack shit and always talk about somebody. And they're really predators. They are really. I had somebody tell me that people stopped dealing with their nonprofit because they were working on a case where my bonus son, who was a businessman here in Sacramento, he owned
A
three
provider, a
businesses, opened one
father.
fourth, and also a single father who had just got full custody of his daughter. And this nonprofit, who I thought was really for justice and accountability, when they didn't get recognition the way they thought they should have gotten, although they have gotten many applauses, many pictures, many thank yous, much support in their own nonprofit in other areas that
Mm.
didn't have to do with homicides and other things that they do. When you tell me somebody stopped talking to you because you took on a case for somebody who had morals and ethics, oh
Wow.
baby, oh baby, we got to watch out for these nonprofits. And then you link up and support people you think can get you money because they in certain circles because they there because they hijack and bully their way into rooms, and you support their criminal behaviors. They talk down to you in a room of audience full of people, and then you tell me some shit like that. Oh baby, oh baby, I'm exposing. I'm exposing.
What is
If
their
anybody can
impact?
work for somebody with some ethics and morals, I'm gonna have to. Then that lets me know you don't have ethics and morals. I wouldn't want to work for with somebody who didn't want me to stand up for what's right. That tells me you're criminal and stinking ass thinking.
Well,
That's
tell them
why I
what
didn't
the
want to get in
person
here because
said
we
when the
get hot
prosecutor
on it.
came and it was a white man.
Oh well, white. I shouldn't thank this white man because they like locking up niggas. Well, these two niggas killed somebody. They killed a businessman and a father. So lock these two niggas up. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Yeah, this shit is crazy. Y'all people think they in the revolution. They put plaits in their hair and all that kind of shit. And then they be behind closed doors, be on some whole other have a whole different
You should
agenda.
put plats in the head. I
My
can't
eyes is
stand you.
wide because because I'm passionate about it. Because when I believe in something somebody do, people. My uncle Greg Methodist, y'all know that's my TV uncle. He said a crackhead can hide something for a year. Somebody hid theyself from me for a year and some fucking time. I drank the juice. I was there supporting, not just in the social realm, but in the personal realm. So yeah, I'm gonna get off this subject because the motherfuckers come on here and do a live. I'm gonna pull up receipts and put shit out there. So I'm gonna leave it alone. But people gotta stop supporting criminality and watch what nonprofits you support. Because these motherfuckers is hungry, trying to get to that bag, and they don't give a fuck about you. They're opportunists. And I'm not talking about the man because y'all know I'm always on the brother. And he done fell low and I don't know where the hell he at. I'll be on his ass. But this one is a female predator, and she real sneaky because everybody thinks she's real cocky with her shit and real calculated. Be careful. They try to use I don't use a motherfucker. Then they said all the shit they've done for my family. Well, excuse me. I thought you was acting in the nonprofit status. I didn't know we was keeping score. I didn't know I had a tally. I didn't know why you was helping the community. You was keeping the tally all the shit you did. Then stop putting out there that you're a nonprofit that work with people. You're a come upper. You are a slacker. You are a hold oner. You do great work, but that cocky ass ego fucked it up. Real life. It's some things that you just can't come back from saying. It's some things you can't come back from saying. So all this shit they did for my family, I'd like to know. Never paid a bill. Didn't take me
Mm.
to court. You showed up in support,
Mm,
which is what I thought people did. That's why I reached out to the nonprofit, because that's what you say you do. You support families in their time of need.
mm.
So go on to something else, because I could go on for this shit for a
Well, wait
minute.
a minute. So y'all look,
And
y'all
then
hang with
that's
me.
why we need it. It needs to be an NDA for these nonprofits as well. Because when you're done working with them, they share private information that they're privy to when you're in your most traumatic time with other people in the community. That's unethical. That's unethical. You got people calling me about gossip. That shit is unethical. Shit that you shared, that I shared with you during a traumatic time at the lowest point in our lives when someone died. And then because you're trying to get funding and get some money, you call up an old messy nigga to call me, and I'm going to handle you
Oh,
later on. You know who I'm talking about, but it's
yes.
unethical. It should be an NDA for these nonprofits not to share information, because that shit is unethical. We'll talk about that at another time, because I'm exposing every goddamn thing. That shit is unethical, and it's some shit you can't come back from.
Well, Star
They ain't do a
Allen said,
background check
yeah,
on
I get
right
you,
on. That
sis.
shocked me, but when then again, people are for them. They absolutely are, Star Allen. She said, right? Yeah, that shocked me. But then again, people are for them. Absolutely. And you know what? I give people the benefit of the doubt, because I let you show me who you are. People can tell me anything, because everybody has different experiences, perspectives. You have to, when I see who you are, my peepers is on. I see you. Thank you. No hard feelings, but don't play with me. Don't play in my face. Don't do no shit like that. It's unethical. You got to watch these. Everybody should be doing something. They should have to go through some type of mental health check or some shit questionnaire, so you can see if they have traumatic. A lot of this shit, a lot of people build nonprofits out of tragedies. That's why I'm
Yes.
not a nonprofit owner. I didn't get into. I don't even have a nonprofit. I volunteer and help out nonprofits that do the work. There's enough out there to do. I don't need one, because I don't need no funding. I just like working for my people. I'm gonna get my money how I'm gonna get my money. But people get into nonprofits out of a tragedy, and then when they see they can milk their shit for some money, oh baby, it's a rizat. Even if you came in with good intentions, that shit flips around, and then you
Mm,
become the very niggas you talking about exposing. You become that greedy nigga,
mm.
and
Yeah.
that's sad. That's sad as fuck.
Well, y'all, look, hang with us. I got the show. We're not going to watch this whole clip, but we're going to watch a little bit. And people, y'all will say, why are we showing this? Because I think we need a little reminder. Because I think some of us really are like, we really belong to this group. So hold on. Let me get to the page. I'm on the right page. Okay, here we go.
Slavery was immoral.
No, no, I don't. When
You
a
hear the
slave
Stevie?
came from Africa, he couldn't speak the language. He was totally untrained to do any job at all that would fit in with the civilization. Someone had to take care of him. Someone had to take care of him 24 hours a day. And it's pretty hard to do that unless you owned a person. So I think slavery just
Damn.
had to be in those early days.
Mr. Hasty, what was life like in those early days?
As far as the colored people were concerned, I feel that they were a good bit happier than they are now. They had less in the way of material things. But
Mm.
I can remember back in the 20s when I was a small boy, they were always singing at their work. They had a great sense of humor.
If you think slavery was immoral,
No, no, I don't.
Okay, Khadijah.
Whew. Okay.
I'm a.
Damn.
All right, y'all. I hope
First
that
of all,
y'all would
he
chime
act
in
like
on this. Don't get mad, because here's my thing. I present
facts,
facts,
very
y'all.
sad.
Like
Untrained.
untrained.
Well, hold on. This
What
is
was
one
that?
before I forget this one.
Untrained. Look,
What the what? One thing he act like we came over on a cruise ship. Like he said, but when they came here, they didn't have skills. Like we went
let
on
me
a
put this
cruise
picture
and
back up for this
decided to stay in the
motherfucker.
country. Okay, go ahead. What were you going to say? I didn't want to forget.
Oh, hold on. I gotta
Woo!
pause this because I want the show. So look, so untrained says, hey. So here's the thing. If I'm thinking about people like my mom and dad and aunts and uncles who worked their whole lives, who did not get bank loans, who did
And
not
some worked
get
in the field.
housing loans or whatever,
Hmm.
I would say this motherfucker is crazy. But when I think about niggas who get welfare, who don't go to their kids' school to volunteer, who are always complaining they ain't get enough welfare check, who are out here scamming, I don't know. No, I'm dead ass serious. Because we can't all be in the same
No, I
bucket.
feel you.
We can't, Khadijah. Some people probably need to
So
be
okay, let me ask you this. So do you think right now slavery will be needed?
Okay.
Or are some people?
Okay, I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. Don't nobody be mad at me. Well, I really don't give a fuck, but still don't be mad at me because we having a conversation. Some of this shit this man said in terms of his start process sounded totally racist. But when I see the niggas of today, some niggas today, I be thinking some of you motherfuckers need to be picking cotton. If y'all get a welfare check, you should be picking cotton to get that check. I don't think you should be able to just get a check in the
You're not
mail and
saying
then go
all
past
welfare.
it.
You're talking about those that abuse the system.
Yes. And those who are lazy, who don't go to their kids' school to volunteer, though they've been home all day watching TV. Like this, we have to admit in the black culture that something is wrong. Something has shifted in us where we don't even show up to do shit. So even though this man sounded like a total racist, which he probably really is, because in his mind he act like we came over here like some immigrants.
Well, he said he had to own them to teach them something. So we know he goddamn. We lost the values of our grandparents had. Absolutely, we
Some
lost
of us
the values
definitely
and
have.
work ethics, Kavisha.
Yeah,
we lost the values and work ethics of our grandparents.
As much as I was cringing at what this man was saying, in my mind, because I know I'm having this experience right now with some niggas like this right now, that I feel like who smoke weed all day in the garage. This nigga need to be picking cotton. He needs to. He don't have a work ethic. He don't. He needs this white man right here to be on his ass. He do. He needs this white man to be on his ass with the whip. Dead serious, like for real. Because he won't do it on his own. And his excuses, well, nobody taught me. Well, this white man will teach you. And you will listen and you will learn. I'm just saying.
And I think some people are in some forms of slavery right now. Not a physical slavery, but a slavery nonetheless. That's why they do certain things. You know what I mean? But made me lose my whole goddamn thought. This nigga's
No, I'm serious. And I'm not talking about those of us who know. So I'm not, but look, when we went to that funeral, blessed memory, Sister Crystal, the woman who did the eulogy said something that was so key in my head.
Yes,
that I've been feeling this whole life. She said, "Motherfuckers would say this was y'all." She didn't say motherfucker, but she was a pastor, and her sermon was beautiful. Like the eulogy was beautiful. But she basically said, when people tell you that they don't know, that's a lie. They do know. They just don't want to do it. They knew what they were doing when they were doing it.
She said, "You know the saying." She said, "You know the saying: when you know better, you do better." She said, "Well, I knew better. I still ain't do better." That's the point. She was saying everybody has choices, and she was talking about adversity that's come up in your life versus obstacles. Adversities could be all kind of different things, but an obstacle is something that prohibits you from moving. Oh, that lady, she was from Florida. That sister delivered.
She was awesome.
The word.
I love her.
You hear me?
But I just feel like when I hear this white, part of me want to be like, I'm supposed to say shit to be like, this white man's a racist. But I don't know, because some niggas need a white man like that. That's why niggas be in jail.
Have a white man.
That's why niggas be in jail doing it. Hold on, it'd be like
that's what I was about to say. Some niggas have white men like that.
Huh?
They're the correctional officers. Some people have white men. They're the correctional officers. They're parole officers. They're CEO of their business. That if you take a day off, your ass is fired, and you got to do this. Some people, the degree of laziness of many in this generation is hard. It really is. It is. They don't do simple shit like wipe the trash can down, or take the trash out. It's
or cut the grass.
But they want something. They want something. But yeah, but it's you can't get mad at what
that's all I was trying to say, Kanisha. I didn't mean to sound like I was being like a supporter of white supremacy.
I don't think
it's kind of like I think about prison where there's 500 prison guards and 500,000 inmates, and they do what the fuck they told.
I watched the 60 days in.
Huh?
I watched 60 Days In. I watched the show 60 Days In. And he was at this particular season. There is one guard to 50 inmates. And these are inmates that are like high level inmates. And I'm like, ain't no way in here. I don't care what you paying me. You locking me in there with 50 goddamn murderers. And the only thing I got is a taser and a walkie talkie. Ain't no way in hell. No.
Not if you get paid $200,000 a year.
Nuh-uh. Who's the guarantee I'm gonna be home? I bet you they got
No, I'm just
insurance like
saying.
every
I'm
one
just
of their
throwing it out
employees.
there. I just seen this white man and was like, so we gonna skip past all of this shit. No, you need to be listening because in those curriculums in Florida, they're gonna use this man. They said that y'all were unskilled. I don't know. Last time I checked the ghetto, they did have trash blowing down the street like they didn't know the skill of a mop or a broom. Last time I checked the ghetto that I rise
You
through.
keep freezing. You keep freezing too.
Okay, I do. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going. But
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Last time I checked, the
And
ghetto
they
like
also and right now also in our community, we are lacking labor skills.
what?
We're lacking labor skills as far as just regular labor that our grandfathers knew how to do. Patching up a wall, changing the doorknob, changing the tire. You know, we lacking basic things that we just knew how to do.
I just don't want to see this shit. Can I keep it a buck? I don't want to see this shit, Khadijah.
You can keep it, you know, you keep it a buck.
I don't want to see it. No, I'm just serious. That's why I'm making some choices. I don't want to see it. I just don't, because it's really heartbreaking, and I just don't want to see the shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see it. I don't mean to sound like I'm stuttering, but I just don't want to see the shit. It's too much.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to adjust my internet as I'm talking, y'all. So please excuse me. But I just, when I seen that shit, I was like, as much as I want to be mad with this white man, I really could not be mad.
Isn't that the Star said like that trash the motherfuckers putting outside? Did you see that? Yes, all the time. And I don't understand it. And it's a big ass sign that say no dumping. Like my HOA on my block get on my nerves, but I'm thankful for them in the same breath because you know they got to keep the grass cut. Yeah, but they'll go Star. I see that shit. It's an eyesore. I would hate to be that house right there where they dump the trash. You come outside and see trash. I would be mad as hell. I would be mad as hell. I really would. But isn't some of what he's saying the same thing Trump is saying?
Well, here's the thing. I don't have no problem with Donald Trump because first of all,
I'm just saying though. Do you see?
Yeah, no, I agree. This is my thing.
As far as not working, not having skills, he said some of the things. They said some of the same things. I didn't see what the other thing was. You want past them? You going past them too fast? I didn't see what the other one said.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I got you.
Is that the one you aren't teaching them to clean up, and some people are just nasty? Absolutely. Some people are just nasty as hell. I see little kids sometimes in their house. You know, you go visit somebody and they'll eat something and drop the wrapper on the ground. I'd be like, you know, so that's something they used to doing, but you can't do it over here. Kanisha said, I've seen someone pass the trash can and throw the trash on the ground. Yeah, that's lazy as hell.
Khadijah,
that is lazy.
You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about, listen, y'all, quick story.
In Philly?
No, Oakland.
At the breakfast spot?
No, Oakland. Listen, we in Oakland have a whole bunch of teenagers. So we take 3 teenagers home. They're real cute. They came dressed cute every time they came to shit with us. And it was these other boys who were in the van. We were giving them a ride home, and they were really cute. So they liked the girls. So one of them had to pee very badly. So when we got to these girls' apartments, he was like, yo, can I go in and pee? And so they was like, yeah, come on in. Just as proud. He said, when he got back in the car, he said, I don't know if I can be dealing with them. We was like, well, he goes, hey, first of all, their house was filthy. He said, I went to the bathroom, and the bathroom was so dirty that he didn't want to pee in the toilet. He peed on the floor. Do you remember that, Khadijah? And I was so upset with this little boy.
Yes, I was like, you little nasty ass.
Oh, my God. Khadijah, you remember that? I remember that like it was yesterday. I was
Hell
like,
yeah, until we seen
in the toilet. Huh?
Did you hear me? Until we seen the inside, we was like, when we finally seen the inside, we was like, what in the hell? Yeah, it looked like, I don't know what it looked like. I can't
these little girls were dressed so cute, hair not out of place,
hair always did,
makeup, nice clothes, creases, but they house,
they were beauty queens.
You remember, Khadijah?
Yep. Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Hell
we had the same apartment. We had the same apartment as their apartment.
Now that's nasty when the boy said dirty. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. When the boy say you dirty, you're dirty.
I think I was just done.
I remember that.
I just think that and I hate to say it like that. I'm not siding with a racist. I'm just saying like some of this shit you can't make up.
Just saying black people ain't working. Huh? They ain't working like they used to.
Yeah.
Black folks ain't
It's
working
like
like
they
that. They
don't
don't
want
have
to
no
work
work ethic.
though. It's like they don't.
Yeah.
It's like they don't want to work. You know.
Did you hear him say
Why
when
should
they had
they?
less material things? He said when they had less material things, they seemed happier.
Yeah, he did say that.
Economics
Now
needs
we
to
have
be
more
added back to the
material. We way
curriculum.
unhappy. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
We pay $1,000 for a hair weave. Like, I get you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do
But
it.
I'm gonna say something in the words of one of my favorite rappers, Sister Soldier. Sister Soldier said, "White people want how would they teach your kids some shit they teaching their kid because they want their kid to win."
It's the win. Mm-hmm.
So
If your white grandmother, great my Londa, for some reason you're lagging, you're moving slow when you're speaking. You
I
want to come out and
know.
come back into something?
No, hold on. I'm gonna try to
Everybody
switch
just
to the.
hold on for 1
I'm
second.
gonna
Yeah.
try to switch to the phone. You just have to keep talking. Okay, tell me if
Okay.
this comes up
Yeah, but
lagging. Okay, I'm about to show something else. Tell me if this comes up lagging. Okay. Sorry,
it's
y'all.
you
I
that's
had to
lagging for
show
some
this
reason.
because I have to show the warriors out here in these streets. Hold on.
Are you the manager? Okay, so what's the problem? My grandson came in here to purchase something, and what did you say to him?
I said he can come and purchase it right here with me, or he can leave because I've had a bunch of kids come in and steal. I wasn't assuming it was them. I just told them you can grab your stuff and come purchase it here.
It's lagging.
You can call the cops and you can leave.
Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. No, that's not it. They have every right to come into the store and purchase what they want without being harassed by you. Okay. Why would you tell them, bring their stuff up here right now and purchase it or leave, or you to call the cops? Why would you call the cops on children when they haven't done anything to you? They have every right. If they were white kids, you wouldn't do it. They have every right to come into the store and walk around and purchase what they want without harassment from you.
Okay, ma'am. No problem.
You need to apologize to them.
I apologize to you guys. I'm sorry.
Give me the number for your corporate office because I will be reporting you.
Okay. I don't know the number. You can search it up on logins.com. I'm sorry about that.
Give me the number to your manager.
Okay. I'll go find.
I don't know who you think you are. They have every right to come into the store without you following them around or telling them anything. And you just walked into the store and
Me
you
too, Alicia.
say, leave the store or I'm going to call
check your ass by mine.
I was
And
behind.
any black kid.
She didn't walk. She was right there, but I didn't even grab anything.
Yeah, no, that's why I was just letting you guys know. You can grab your stuff and come over.
But why? Did they say anything to you? Did you see them do anything?
No, ma'am.
So then why are you bothering?
I'm trying to fix the situation.
There is no situation. You just said it yourself. There was no situation. You created the situation by addressing them and they didn't do anything to you. When you see kids in the store, black kids, you don't just go tell them, get your stuff.
Because it's double echo.
You have no right to walk back from them. They did nothing wrong. They have every right. They're American citizens. They have every right to come into the store when they get ready.
Cut your other one off first because it's echoing.
Okay, can you still echo?
Yep. No, I can't hear echo no more. I don't hear echo.
I can. Hold on. Okay, what about now? Can you hear me?
Say something. Yeah. Can y'all hear her?
So I switched. So I'm trying to work two things. I may have to go back because DJ may not let me do it. So what are your thoughts on that, family?
Well, me and Alicia already said it. That's that mama. We gotta check people. I thank you, grandma, for coming in there. Thank you for checking her because she probably treat all them kids that come in the store like that. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Star said it's better now. She probably treat all the kids like that. That's how I am, period. When I be up on the campus and it's something ain't going right, because there's some people that I see purpose. I can see when the bell ring to go back to class or whatever at the lunch. I used to go up there to help on lunchtime. When the bell ring to go back, the Asian kids and white kids could be sitting there kissing and hugging because they so goddamn in love. If the black kids decide to have to go, right, and they will harass them. And it's like, spread that out. It's a bunch of other kids out here. So they do absolutely check their fast and not slow. Hell yeah. She did an old school check too. Yeah, but yeah, they definitely single our kids out and fuck with them, and we got to check them every time. Like, not mine, because any black kid is my child when I'm in their presence. If your mom ain't there, you my child, so I'm gonna stand up for you. I'm gonna check it. So yeah, any black kid is my kid.
I loved how this black mom checked her ass. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Grandma, she was a grandmother, by the way. It was her grandson.
Mm-hmm. She probably tired of their ass. I do that anyway. School, stores, mall. Absolutely, not finna play with y'all at all.
Right
at
on,
all.
Right on. I don't know. Have you ever had an instance where you had to do that with your son, Khadijah?
Hell yeah. You already know. All the time. Especially because he told people think because he's tall he don't have feelings, or he's big they could just say whatever and he's tough he can take it. Oh yeah, all the time. He had a teacher particularly that I could not stand. I ain't gonna say her name, but it was at Parma Comstock. And this lady just, I don't know. I think she should have been like a janitor or like maybe a science teacher, something that with older kids, not younger
He
kids.
said a
But she
janitor.
was just something. I just not working. Just where the kids. She was mean as fuck. But I had to check her absolutely. Well, what she say? He can take it. He's a big guy. Bitch, he's a kid. This is elementary school. What you mean he can take it? He's a big guy. So I had to check her. So absolutely, I don't play about none of mine. No, not at all.
Okay, sis. I'm gonna
What's your ring you
jump
got on?
over
That
to.
ring is cute. Let me see your ring. Go like
Oh,
this.
girl, I went to Berkeley Free Market today.
Okay, you cute. I love that's cute. You over there looking like X Clan.
I feel like 88 right now. I feel like 88.
You look like X Clan, fool.
I feel like 88 right now. Sometimes you got see. I remember
And
those days, man. Like I long for those days.
when
Like
hip
all
hop was hip
bullshit
hop.
aside, I really long for those days. That's when black people was black and we was in love and
We gotta bring them
we
back.
would stand up for
We
each
used to really
other. No
dance at
dead
house
ass
parties
serious.
though.
I don't know what the fuck we got going on right now. I really don't. Sorry, I'm trying to get this light up so I don't be looking like
All
I'm
right.
sitting in the dark room. But anyway, so let me get this next thing up. I don't know what's going on with this damn clip. So hold on.
Star said I had to check Chase Bank last week. He wants to cash his check, and apparently his real ID wasn't good enough. Oh, real ID ain't good enough. What? What? Yeah, you just wanted to pick with him. I know. Yeah, they messing with the wrong mama. I love them days. Me too. Yeah, they better leave
Me too.
DeAndre alone.
I miss them
Shit.
days. I really do. Like seriously, one of these
Mm-hmm.
shows we gonna bust out a hope. Like I bet our memories of those times. Like
Right.
real talk. Right before we get to this next video, but when I was watching them people in Montgomery, Alabama last week, it made me feel like when I was at the Million Youth March, like the first one where
Mm-hmm.
these young brothers fought the
Million Man
New York
March.
police. The Million Youth
Mm-hmm.
March. The youth
Oh,
march
that was
that Khalid
Million
Muhammad
Martin.
did. Yeah. And at 4 o'clock when the police thought they was going, because there was a lot of police out there, and Khalid gave that order, like, if these crackers touch you, you better break it was still barricades. Them brothers, these was like street dudes. They broke them barricades and got in a fight with the police. It was that energy, like,
Do you
whew.
remember when we lived in Oakland and the Your
Yes.
Black Muslim Bakery Muslims and all the Muslims stood up against the Oakland PD and the San Francisco
I
PD?
was
Y'all, it was a
there.
straight standoff. It was
Yes.
and the black and even black people from the community that wasn't Muslims or
Stood with
anything,
them.
all the black men lined up with it reminded you of the Malcolm X movie, but
Yes.
in real time. Oh my God.
So
Yeah, it
see,
was.
most young people ain't never seen that before. They have
It
never
reminds me of
seen
living
that
in New
before.
York. I miss my hometown. Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, see, East Coast. We
it
from
was
Philly, so
real.
yeah, East Coast.
It was
Hmm.
just,
I
it's
remember
just
that.
something about them days. And see, most of us have never, a lot of younger people, or even just people who grew up, like I grew up in a white community. Well, you're not gonna understand where there was a time where any black person got stopped by the police, all the black people stopped.
Absolutely, we all paid
All of
attention.
us
Yep.
stopped. Like, what's going on here?
Hmm.
That's when we didn't have cameras. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
We
some of
were the
us lived in
cameras.
those
We were the
times.
eyes.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay, so I know you may not know about this, but what is your thoughts on DJ Academics and Erica Badu?
Well, I thought her clapback was absolutely hilarious.
Me
First of
too.
all, he's disrespectful as hell to black women. He says a lot of
Who
rude
the
stuff to
who the
black
fuck is
women.
this
And
clown?
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Is he a radio disc jockey or well? Yeah, they have YouTube and internet disc jockeys. I don't even know how they don't even spin out. Is DJ spin records? I don't. They rock their shit in Montgomery, Alabama was a great place to set it off. Period. You ain't never lied, Star. Real
I felt
talk.
good. I
But he
was so
made I did hear
energized.
about this. I was yeah.
Mm,
Woo. But
yeah,
yeah, her clapback was hilarious. I think he was really out of place for calling her, saying all the men she slept with in hip hop and she was a hoe to hip hop. Like he was so out of pocket. He is so out of pocket.
I thought to myself, who is this nigga?
Yeah, I
Is
don't.
it Erica Badu old enough to be his
But he
mama?
says
Or maybe
probably
not.
so.
Maybe not his mama, but maybe his older sister. Even though she
Mm-hmm.
looks good, I'm just talking about in
Clapback.
terms of how you going. I don't know.
He's a blogger that's so disrespectful. Yeah, because I ain't never heard of him
See, this is where
until
ass
like
whoopings
stuff
come
like
in
this
at.
come up.
This is where somebody say, "Brother, can I get a drop?"
But see how she say blogger? They're online. It's not in person. So the people got
Gotcha.
a lot of balls behind these keyboards. He's a blogger, not a real
Well, he
in-your-face
needs to pick up
DJ
his
where you can
pussy
reach out and
incense
touch
from
somebody.
Erica Badu. Yeah, go get them pussy
Don't care
incense.
for him at all. Ugh. Yeah, me
Yeah, I
neither.
don't even know who he
From what
is.
I hear
I
about him,
really
I don't
don't.
care for him. He seemed like an asshole.
I feel like
He seemed like a straight
I
asshole.
feel like before we start cleaning up white supremacy, we got to check some of these niggas. And I don't mean sit down and do a drop squat. I mean lay their ass out. Because back in the day, if people knew you were gonna be laid out, you didn't talk shit.
His Oh yeah, his house just got robbed and his ex-girlfriend set him up. Damn.
Oh, okay. Well, he got his karma then.
Oh,
Fucking with Erica Badu.
he bitter at women right now. He mad at women. That explains a lot.
Erica Badu put them pussy incense up and was like, get you some packs because right now you acting like a pussy. I was like, oh shit. I was like, Erica Badu, I really like that
Hey,
clap
she
back.
flipped that and made some money. I bet you them incense sold out.
Yeah, because it sold out before. Her shit is the real deal. Like she really got the real deal. Her stuff sells out,
Bet you
but
them incense
you
sold out.
know, I just feel
So just
like
a quick
wow.
update. Any update? Last week we talked about your breakup. Any
Well,
updates this week? How's that going?
we still broke up, so we good. I mean, I think we could do friends. He think we could be more. I said all we can be is friends. If you can't be my friend, then we just because he came by and brought me some flowers, y'all. I didn't know that part. So I was hanging out with some friends. Okay, so here we go, y'all. I was hanging out with some friends, and I got a phone call from a number that I didn't recognize, and I thought to myself, well, who is this person? Like, that's calling me. Turned out that it was his son. Now, y'all, because I gotta give y'all the update. This is what cracked me up about this call. You know how in the African movies when like somebody child broke up with their mom and be like, my boy he's a good man. He's a good man. No, for real.
Okay, Kim,
Son,
player
his son
from
called was
North
like,
Philly. Yeah.
this is his son, and my dad really loves you, and he really loves you. He really values you in life. Please, we're at your house with some flowers. Now the flowers was beautiful. Now the flowers, like they had to at least cost over like $200. It was like 15 stem roses mixed in with this other beautiful flower. It was just really big
All the
and
lilies and
beautiful.
all kind of shit.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And could you please talk to my dad? Because now I blocked him and everything. So a day later, I talked to his dad and was like, look, we could just be friends. Like, if we can't do friendship, then we can't do anything. And he was like, you don't know how much I love you. I said, I'm telling you, if you tell me right now that you can't just be in the friend zone, then I'm just going to block your ass again.
And I got to get on.
And so right now, we cool right now. We cool right now.
So did you unblock him?
I did. I unblocked him.
Okay, good. That's steps. That's steps.
But that killed him, though. I didn't even know blocking the nigga was so powerful. I did not know that.
You know what Betty Wright said about the flowers and gifts, LOL.
What'd she say?
What'd she say, Kim?
No pain, no pain, no gain. Ain't that Betty Wright? Because Marie used to play her to death. Yes. I swear to God.
Yes, that is her.
Yeah,
but that is probably the song she's talking about.
Yeah, so he be all right. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel though more powerful. I feel like I'm not really tripping right now. I feel really good about myself. And I just need a break. Like sometimes you just need a break. I'm gonna say this last week. I didn't.
Sense of what?
Huh?
Powerful in terms of what? Like you made a decision to end it, or
for instance, I was in the Bay Area today because I have a queen mother here, so I took her to the Bay. Yo, with so many brothers trying to holler at a sister in the Bay, I felt like shit. Cause Sacramento can make you feel like you're in a desert. Sacramento's a desert kind of place. Though we sit between two twin rivers, it's a desert out this motherfucker. But in the Bay, that black people speak to you. Hey, one dude called me a Nubian queen, said I was pretty, and I'm like, oh god. Sometimes it just feels good for somebody who's black like you to recognize your beautiful self. That feels good. Not like I was gonna get with him or nothing like that, but it was just nice for people to recognize you as a queen. It feels good
to be adored by someone of the opposite race that's a black man. That feels fucking good.
Yeah, that's
Ain't nothing wrong with wanting a compliment from your own.
Yeah.
Shit.
Ain't
nothing wrong with that.
So yeah.
When you ready for that blind date?
No, I ain't quite ready yet. I ain't,
All right.
my sister trip. I ain't trying to do no blind date yet.
Maybe New Year's Eve or something. Maybe beginning of the new year, they give you a good 3, 4,
So you
5
gotta do
months some
like back in
time.
the day. You gotta have a get together, and then we just happen to meet each other. That's nice.
I can't do that
But
with
I
your ass
can't
because
do
you
no
won't
more
shut the
blind
hell up.
dates, Khadijah. I can't do more blind dates. Not happening.
That's you shouldn't do nothing. Okay. I'll work on it.
No. Oh, thank you. I mean,
Right?
thank you, sis. I'm just saying, Sacramento, it's just niggas just want you to be marching for them, but they don't recognize who you are. That's why I don't march for niggas. I don't march. I'm like, you flat out of luck. I'm not marching. No. I'm just not gonna be able to do it. But I'm cool as hell with brothers in here. But I've seen so many brothers talk black power, and then you see they mate and be like, really?
You like, is she black?
Really? He be like, her great grandmother was black. Okay. Okay. That's on you. Let her go march. I'm not marching.
You in this march? Yeah, I'm out of
When you
march
get
either.
pulled over with the bad tags, don't call me. I don't want to do that. Seriously.
Mm.
Oh, somebody. Oh yeah.
Yes, they give good compliments and
Right
respect to
on.
women, nothing sexual. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I enjoyed. I was like, man, there was something nice about the Bay. We went to the marina and then the flea market, and then we went to this store, this restaurant, and ate, which is one of my favorite places. It was like, I mean, just everybody was just lovely. Just and then we went to a
I
couple
love
places.
living. When we lived in the Bay, that was a good time. I love living in the Bay Area. Not the bad tags. Yeah, she clowning. She on one today.
Yeah. I just, it's just not gonna be able to do it. That's kind of where I am. I just not gonna be able to do it. I think as I get older, like sometimes it's hard
We all have choices.
Yeah, it just gets hard to deal with black people and the bullshit. I don't want to do that. Because I see the other thing is when you've been around a long time, like you knew who people were to get to where they were. See, they be somewhere now, like I'm an activist and your ass is 70 years old. But what was you like when you was 20 or 30 or 40? I'll give you even 50. You wait till you get 60 years old and then you want to get a conscience. That shit is hilarious. And you know what I'm talking about, Khadijah.
Not only
Walking
do you
around in
go a
the X-Clan
conscience, you know
uniform.
every goddamn thing. Respect from a mature black man is enlightening. This young Hispanic man came up to me talking about mine. You got cakes. Get the oh yeah.
Oh shit.
And you know why, Kadisha?
I'm
Because
sorry, sis.
exactly. You know why? Because
Oh.
that's how they in the media and on rap videos and in TV shows with black people,
Phew.
that's how they talk to black women. They think that's hollering at us. Nigga, if you don't get the fuck out of here, I wouldn't even let no black man talking about you got cakes. That is so disrespectful. Like hell no.
You like, bitch, you mean tortillas? I'm sorry. I just
Or
people be trying to
tamales.
be in our
You should have said I
culture
got some
and
thick
it should be
tamales or something.
offensive. Huh?
Some thick tamales or some shit. I'd have came back. Like, don't play with me.
Right. You be like, dude, this ain't even your culture. Okay, y'all, look. I had just seen the latest Transformer music, the movie. All the music in it was black people. All of it. But it was a Hispanic dude. But I guess the scientist girl was like, she was black.
Who
But
wants
I
to
was
listen
like,
to
y'all
boom,
know.
boom, 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 boom,
No,
boom, boom,
that
boom,
shit
boom,
was
boom?
like,
Everybody listen to that
it had
shit.
good music
They
too,
need
like the
our
good
music.
music.
They need our music to make all their movies good. They need to make all their shit good. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Girl, please.
I don't know, Khadijah. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know what to say. I just don't. But yeah, we just kind of want to check in tonight. We didn't come in this morning because I had an E in town. I had to do some stuff with her, and and then my sister was a little tired as well because she had been working the day before. So we want to check in. If y'all got like topics and stuff y'all want us to discuss, please inbox us. Please inbox us. So our last thing before we get out of here, Khadijah, because I'm trying to stick within a certain time.
Oh shit.
What do
When
you
you
do?
that,
Yeah. When how you were groomed a certain way and you grew up watching how men and women interacted, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. What do you do when people pick people to bring into your family and they're not really like your family? Like, what do you do?
Well, there's nothing you can do because
No,
it's
cuz
not
you
your.
didn't miss
It's
it
you
today.
didn't. No, it's
Sorry.
hey cousin. Um, there's she says you use black music to draw us like that Stuart Bar movie. Yes, I'm so you so right, Alicia. But yeah, there's nothing it's nothing for you to do. If there's somebody that you can welcome in and you can mesh with, and they're somebody that you feel would benefit that could add to your environment. See, to me, if somebody's coming into your life, disengage, because they should be able to add something to your life. They should be able to, even if that's some knowledge, just a smile, something. If you feel like they're going to deplenish you or take something from you, or y'all just don't mesh, that's not your mate to deal with. That's the person's mate. Hey family, hey cousin, that's who they chose to be with. That's not your mate. So it's not for you don't have to accept it. You don't have to be around it. You can limit your time around those people. But you don't have to everybody picks their own mate. You're never gonna, you don't have to do anything.
How much of the impact that we've seen growing up, this is for everybody that's out there, when you see men in your community who weren't good fathers, who weren't good husbands, who weren't good providers, how much of that did you see versus the men who were good fathers, good providers, good dads? Like, what was that like? Was that 50-50? Was that 60-40? Was that ninety
When I was
ten?
young,
Yeah,
when we was young, I'd say it was probably like 90-10 because men were embarrassed they didn't take care of their families. They were like embarrassed. It was a manly thing to make sure your kids, you took care of your family. So it wasn't a high as I got older. Like when I was like 8 or 9, I remember everybody having a father, and every father was going to work, and the mom worked too, but the dad was the main breadwinner. As I got older, it became like 80-20. As I got older, it became 70-30. As I got older, it became 50. As I got, that shit just keep climbing
that's
where
deep.
the woman's doing most of the work and the men are just not being fathers. So it used to be like 90-10. Now, um, I still know a lot of awesome fathers, and that's because that's
For
very
sure.
intentional because I have a black son. So I'm very intentional of the black men that he is around, and I'm very intentional of the black men that because regardless, if your child is around, they're going to pick it up. You may not kids pick up every goddamn thing. So
They
I'm not
do.
going. I don't have them around people that I know don't have ambition, don't have a life, don't want to do shit. I limit his time around them if he's around them at all. I like him to be around fathers that are active, men that work. I mean, if they retire, I know men that are retired that get up every day and gotta find something to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to make sure he's around men that he can model after their good qualities. If I see some qualities I don't want him to have, and I keep him away from them. Period.
You know, that's deep. You say that, Khadijah. And I like the way you said that as you got older because you younger. I remember seeing dads giving everybody quarters and shit.
Yeah. Teach you.
They always
Yeah.
had change in their pocket. And they'd be like, "Boop, go here's your quarter." And
Yep.
either that quarter, man, you get 25 pieces of penny candy. Like you can get all kind of shit with a
Man.
quarter, like your Chico stick or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But you're right. As I got older, I just didn't see as many dads. You know what I'm saying? Seen a lot of
And now
moms.
it's probably, and now to me, it's probably even less because now we're promoting single parenthood. Like that's a badge of honor. Now we're promoting, I hear some mothers who didn't have successful relationships tell their kids they had the kids and we'll take care of it. Well, hold the fuck. Pause. What about the dad? Then the mom jumps into life and takes all the things that the dad do. The mom is going to the doctor's appointment. The mom buying the stuff. The mom, it's like they just use the sperm to get the child here. So it's even more
Mm,
active fathers because now we're promoting raising the baby on our own and we'll help you take care of it.
that's deep. Dear sister
So
said,
it's even
unfortunately,
less.
90-10. You do a
Yep.
next comment?
She says, I give kudos to my nephews because they didn't have father figures, but they made sure they are in their children's lives. Kudos to them too. Kavisha, straight up. That's how I feel. When people say, I didn't have a father, I didn't know how to be one. Motherfucker, be who you wanted. Be who you desired.
Real talk.
That's how I look at it. That's no excuse. Like, boy, bye. Get out of here. Because some black women didn't have good mothers, but they still good mothers. Other men didn't
That's real
have good
talk.
fathers, but they're still good fathers. So get your
That's real
ass
talk.
out of here. Stop making them excuses. Kudos
So,
to Kavisha's
okay, so Khadija,
nephews.
what could be in the mind of fathers who's like say if the parent didn't make it, the couple didn't make it, right? And they have
Hmm.
children with that woman. Why do I hear some dads say, "Well, the kids ain't calling me, so I guess they don't need me"?
Immaturity.
What the hell is that?
Immaturity. That is immaturity, and that's only a narcissist would say some shit like that. It's not the child's responsibility to call their parent. A child is a child. That came out your nutsack. You bust that nut to get that baby here. That is
Oh,
a cowardly. That only a narcissist would say some shit like. Seriously, that'd be like me getting mad because my, that's a cop out. Exactly, like that's a coward. You don't want to be active. That's somebody making excuses. They don't want to be active. Because if I don't hear from my child, I want to be a part of my. I would want to be a part of my child. I'll be calling them. So no, you're just an inactive ass narcissist, and you're trying to find a reason why you're not active in your child's life. Get out of here.
okay. Next question,
Hell out of
y'all,
here.
because these are just questions I have. So,
Here her
is it
ass go.
healthy to keep your children around their father if he's not productive?
It's unhealthy. Well, it depends. Because a father's presence is very necessary to me. But when he's doing unproductive, I would make sure when he's with my child is something productive, whether he's showing up at the practice, whether he's doing certain things just so he can know his father. When he's just sitting around doing nothing, my child will not be around his ass. They would have to be productive when he's with my child. So you can come to the school events. You can come. You can, help do this. You can be present for this. But just him coming over to hang out with you while you don't work and hang out with your homeboys, or to watch you sell weed, or I don't know what they sell now. Back there was weed. They're spitting all kind of shit now. But just to see you be unproductive or hanging out, or no, I wouldn't. He wouldn't be around my child like that. Absolutely not. A bad
Mm,
father. A father not there is better than a bad father to me, because bad fathers can do some damage. They
mm,
can do some real damage. A father who doesn't really want to be a father can do some fucking damage, because they would treat that kid like an ass. If you're not adding or only subtracting, be gone. Holla. I'm with you on that. Yeah,
mm. All
absolutely.
right, so y'all kind of
But what
quiet out there.
about you
Maybe
though? What about but I have to ask the woman, what about you pick this man that he's unproductive? Because men don't just become unproductive. It's
it's
signs
easy.
there all along. We just gotta see them red flags. If
I
every
think
time you
that
call this nigga he
women.
answer, he's not
I think
productive.
that. I think that. I agree. I think that some women choose men like they dick is a handbag.
Oh shit. Hold on, let me read. Pause and read this comment and come back to that.
Okay.
Mental health in the Black community is a good topic and trauma, because a lot of families have experienced it, and there is a lot of dysfunction in Black family system. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yep.
do too.
And
I do
sometimes
too.
interacting with a bad parent can give your ass mental health. They make you
Yeah.
feel unwanted, or they say mean
I'm
things
gonna
to
say
you.
this. I'm gonna say this. I
But hold on,
talk
go
to a
back to the
lot.
dick like a handbag. What that
Okay,
mean?
hold on.
Because
I'm
what
gonna come back
break
to the
that.
dick like a hand. We choose dick
Okay.
like a handbag. Hold on, I'm gonna come back to that. But I gotta say this. I've talked to so many adult men who talked about their mother's poor choices in men and how it really fucked them up as adults.
Mm,
And so they're not looking at it like as a mental health issues. I'm gonna be really honest. They're looking at it as culture. One dude told me in the group, because I had the fortune to be in certain men's groups, which I'm so grateful they let me sit in, because I get to expand and learn myself. One dude said, my mother was so ratchet. This is what he said, and she was so abusive that I got with a woman who was really, really good, and I could not keep hold of her because I did not know how to treat her, because I was treating her the way I seen my mom treat men and men treat
mm.
her. But my mother was so ratchet. And he said, and then when she let me go, I was trying everything to get
You
back. And
realize
she
what he
told
had.
him to go join the men's support group. Like, you need to be around some healthy men. And they have a child together. So he said, we're still very tight with each other. He said, but damn, I couldn't get myself together to be what it is that she needed me to be. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
was not equipped for her. I was really not made for her.
Mm-hmm.
Other
Women look
sisters
at
said,
those no good bookers through rose-colored glasses instead of seeing him for who he is. Yeah,
that's real talk. Yeah.
I think we they see what they want to see. Mental health is also environmental as well. Mm-hmm.
We grew up in
I,
the
I I
ghettos of
think
North Philadelphia eating chalk out the wall, and we knew some shit wasn't
I had
right.
lead poisoning.
Yeah, I did
Mm-hmm.
too. Remember?
Yep.
See, here's the thing, and I'm not disagreeing with your mental health thing, because I get what you said, and I swear to God. But I think Black people, like, those terms don't work well for us, because it becomes almost like an excuse. You know how when people go
Right.
to church and they tell you to come down for the altar call, right? And people come down because they want some place to lay their burdens, but they really don't want to do the fucking work.
Mm,
They go down to the altar. Yes, Jesus, I'm ready. I'm doing the table, and then they leave the church and they don't do anything to change their shit over. Very few people do. Very
mm-hmm.
few people do. We're looking for shit that mental health word is like hanging your shit on a hanger. And every time you don't want to be accountable, you say, well, you know, I got mental health issues. Kids, you tell me, I'm bipolar. What the hell is bipolar? And where did you hear that? From my auntie, my mama, they say I'm okay. They medical doctors now. Some of this shit is that we don't have real discipline to say, you know what, it is not healthy for me to have Dick walking around my house who doesn't provide, produce, do anything. And all I have him here like he's a fucking accessory, like a purse. All I do is carry this nigga around. I can say I have a man in my bed. I had somebody dick me down at nighttime, but the nigga don't do shit else. That's bad character. I was always taught when you have bad character, there's usually not too much you can do with a nigga with bad character. There's really not too much because that's something that has to do with the inside of you. I've known people. I look at Dr. Dyson and his sister and his brother. Two of them came out of the same house. One ended up in prison, then the other one became Dr. Dyson. They both got the same shit. Why did the brother choose to do criminal shit and the other brother went to school? Choices. Some people are in love with the easy road. Some people are in love with having a man in their bed who does nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was ever with a man and he lost his job, he may have to leave the house till he find a job and then he can come back. Because he would be no good laying up under me complaining about not having a job. And I got a job. See, real men back in the day would get, well, they wouldn't even tell you that they lost a job because they don't want to work somewhere else. You see, that's what characters. These people come out of hard times, more harder times we ever seen right now. But we got 1,000 excuses because we have a society that gives you excuses so you can't be accountable. And women, I'm going to be honest, a lot of these lazy motherfuckers exist because of women. And our lack of asserting our power. I can't hear you, Khadijah. You muted.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Yep.
Okay, let me read Kavisha's comment right quick.
Okay.
Most times we are into emotionalism, feel good instead of putting in the work to do better and be better.
I'm with that.
Very true.
Here's
It wasn't saying, let me read stars
one.
Too. My mother abused me. My brother abused my siblings and I for 14 years. She fucked me up, but God is good. I bounced back. I put in the work to be the woman I am today. Been to prison too and a college graduate. Put in the work, Star. That's the part I'm talking about. The fucking work.
That's the part I'm talking about.
Yep.
So I've been working in a nonprofit like since I was 19, and I'm telling you, people like I don't know, it's like something in that crack era, something happened. Because before that, you just if you got a baby with somebody and knew the nigga wasn't right, then you ended up having another baby. Then you about the second baby, you like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like or there were places, there were men on the corner like, man, you got a good woman here. All of that shit stops, is what I'm saying to you. Like that's all a part of your environment. The nigga on the corner that's like, look, you know, hey, don't talk to this young girl. She's too fucking young. You don't fuck with her. That's so and so. Something happened in our community. But all of that.
And I was going to say, when you said a lot of these mothers come from it, it's a saying that said women love their sons and raise their daughters.
Girl, don't get me started.
And so that means they give, you know, they love on the son, make sure he's protected, make sure he's good, coddle him, make sure the daughter know how to pay the bills, run the house, cook, get a job, do everything. We raise our daughters and love our sons, and that shit like woo.
That's a real saying. That's a real ass saying because you know the work. I look here, and I'm not saying people don't have like people who are living outside who don't want to come inside. That's a mental health issue. There's a reason why they're under the bridge and they don't want to go inside. Like, they're that serious. Like, one day I went to the State of the City address that the mayor invited me to. I packed me up, because they had good ass food. I packed up it was breakfast. So I had like quiche and vegetables and fruit and all kind of shit. And as I was walking to my car, there was a black woman laying on the bench right there in front of like K Street where the garage is when you come through the little, where the theater is, whatever. And I said, good morning, ma'am. And I stopped and talked to her and I offered her my breakfast and she sat up and I said, like, how did you get out here? Because I'll ask people. And she talked about how she used to be working for her community and all kind of shit and lost the house and everything. And she was like, but I don't want to go inside because it's dangerous inside. I said, well, what can I do for you? Could you buy me a tent? I bought her a tent, a sleeping bag, and a little thing for water. Yeah. But that broke my heart because that could easily be me. Because here's a woman who's been putting in for her community. But look where she at right now. I've never seen a woman again, you know, but that shit hurt my soul because I know that's really true. But if she was a man and she was a really beautiful woman, like she was an older woman, but a man right now could be homeless, somebody would pick him up and take him inside. You got a comment, Khadijah?
True, I hear and know a lot of women that don't mind taking care of a man. They treat the man better than the kids. Hell yeah, I do
Girl,
too.
you giving your
I
kids
do too.
liver and this nigga steak.
In regards to sons and daughters, sadly, some mothers coddle their sons but make their daughters fend for themselves. Yep,
You know how I feel
absolutely.
about that subject.
Yep.
There was a video, y'all. Hold on. I can't find it right now because I sent it. It was about a girl who was taping her saying that I guess her mom's boyfriend or husband was been touching her or whatever, and the mom is defending this nigga. And she got her live. And then I read the comments because I'm a comment reader, and people were saying stuff like, you should take this off air. This is something you do in private. But if a person ain't gonna listen to you, you almost have to put their ass on blast.
You need a witness. Hell yeah. You need some other
like,
ears.
oh my God. Oh, you read that one. I'm sorry.
The live 1.5 of Man versus No Man.
Wow. Some people say it's the
They
best
live
to
on
have a
half.
piece of man and have no man at all. These were sayings I remember hearing. You know what I mean?
I seen that she was hurting.
Yeah. I just, I don't know. I seen that live with that girl, and I looked at her mom, and her mother looked a little raggedy while she was doing the dishes. She didn't even have no shame that her daughter was busting her out on the internet.
She was more worried about offending her man than him not wanting to be with her. I saw that live. It broke my heart. And that's the sad part about it. These mothers are more worried about that penis being removed or being without a man that they willing to sacrifice their children. I tell men all the time, I'm a mother who keeps her children first. Period.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Me
any
too.
real man would want you to
Me
do
too,
that.
sir.
I wanted to whoop the mother's ass.
I do
Hell
too.
yeah. Any real man will want you to put their children first. Like my husband has 3 children before we met. You know, we met later in life. If he was a deadbeat dad, I could not fuck with him. Like if you said I had kids and I never met your kids and your kids are underage, he was a single father. He had both because he has both his children. But I can't mess with a person that take care of their kids. That's to me that's tacky. I don't know how any woman could lay next to a man that has children, minor children, that he's not active in their lives. That's a I could not lay next to your ass on any of your court.
One of the
Not
rules
me.
I have in dating, this is the honest to God truth. A man can never talk to me about his ex. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear she was fucking funky. You slept with her ass. So do not talk about her to me, and I will not be siding with you because I don't know. Y'all motherfuckers was together. So that had nothing to do with me. I'm not her. Because women do that too. Like you was laying there when he had they was together. That's the mother of your children. I don't want to hear the bullshit.
I don't want to hear it.
I just don't want to hear it. Seriously. That's my rule.
These women lack love and self-esteem. Yep.
Most definitely.
They lacking something. Exactly. You chose her. Yeah. So don't talk about her
That's
now.
what I always say.
And Kavisha, sometimes they choose her over and over again. Y'all got 4 kids together. Like, sir, yeah. They really do. They go too far. And women do the same thing. Y'all know, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm a YouTube person at night because I done got really old and I'm nocturnal now. I'll be up watching Paternity Court in my Uncle Greg. And paternity court, these women be like, you a bum. When I met you, we was together for one day and you moved in with me. And I'll be looking at her like, girl, shut the hell. You sound horrible. And then she be like, and then we've been here twice before. We got 3 kids. And I'll be like, oh shit. She got 3 kids. I'd be so embarrassed. So I get maybe what, like I said, my Uncle Greg say, you can hide it for a year. But girl, 4 kids by this man or something, but black women do the same thing. Like he was the worst person on earth. But you have 4 babies with this man, so don't put him down.
Khadijah, for a minute, only for like a week though, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I had to stop watching Paternity Court because it was fucking with my view of black women. Because I believe if a woman say this is the father,
you know why? Because we only watch the black shows. We only watch the black episodes.
I only want to see black. I can't see other people because other people.
Too. I don't watch the other ones.
Yeah, black people, we're colorful, but when a woman say this is the father of my child, I have no reason to doubt that. I have never seen so many women lie in my damn life until I started watching Paternity Court. No, sir, I have never. No, because one woman was on there. This was not funny, but it was funny. Now, I know we come in all colors, but there's rules to this shit, y'all. There's rules to it. One woman was on there. The man said he was kind of slow. You know,
with you on the black shows, right?
Yeah. So he was kind of slow, but he talked slow. I mean, and he said the baby clearly was mixed. See, when you clearly mix, that's different. That's the woman. He gonna say, he said she's 11:59. I'm midnight. This baby is high noon. The lady overturned. She tried. The judge tried not to laugh, but the shit was funny. Turned out he really wasn't the dad, but we all know that. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
the baby
Look at the
look
baby and
mixed. This
tell.
dude is chocolate. You chocolate. How is this? Y'all doing too much?
I think it's so sad for me. I never realized, maybe I don't know, it's out there, that there's
No.
so many young girls who have multiple partners at the same time of conception.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
they bring on like
Yeah.
3 to 4 men, it's only a small window to get pregnant. I'd be like,
My
"Dang,"
son.
like, okay, ladies, I have to run to the store and need my creamer for my morning coffee. See you next week. See you next week, Storm.
Thank you,
If you
sir.
can't, if you hanging outside later, call me. I'll come sit out there with you. Okay, she be chilling in front of the house. But
I love that.
uh I never realized it was so many women, because not just young
With
girls, it be
multiple
old
partners.
ass women, they be 59, 50, 60 years old now, bringing their kids in that's 32. But like, you slept with 5 men in the time of conception. That's a lot of
Yeah.
people. Like,
Yeah.
woo, I
Yeah.
just, I
Yeah.
don't
I
get it.
just never seen women lie so much about their partners.
Hmm.
And that shit kind of shocked me a little because I really
And they
trust
always
women.
seem like, they out there laying their low and busting their wallet. Right?
That shit is
I
shocking for
don't.
me.
Yeah, and I
Uh,
just, and the other side I was finna say was, it's so many men on there that know about it, and the women always like, I was getting back with him, I slept with his friend, and the judge is like, you will never win. You will never win. Because you
yeah.
ain't getting back at him. You're not
You
hurting
the
him
one
by,
sitting in paternity court.
yeah,
And I be
you
feeling
up here
bad because
looking
some
bad.
babies they need a dad. Like I've
Hell
never
yeah.
felt like people need dads so much in my life. Like I need this
Hmm.
baby to be I need this baby to have a daddy. Because this mama's not okay.
Hmm.
And I wouldn't want this child to be stuck with her. I never
With
thought
just
I'd
her,
say no
yeah.
shit like that. As much as I work with women, Khadijah, I be believing if they say
Hmm.
this to daddy, I believe it. And since watching paternity court, I do not believe that shit no more. I'm like, we gotta
Yeah,
get
you
this test
cannot.
because the girl, I don't know if she's telling the truth or not. I don't know. I really don't know.
They be so convincing too. They be having the tears, and they be real humble and quiet. And are you
When
sure that,
she
and the judge,
says,
and I love how the judge always say before she read the test, are you sure
yeah,
there is not any other pot? She gives them out every time. I'm positive. Look at my, and they bust on their baby. Look at my baby, big old forehead. Look at my baby, big ears. Baby got a gap right here. My baby got a lazy eye. I be like, girl, quit talking about your baby. And don't even be the baby. Don't even be the daddy. Your rings is
it
so
was,
cute. I'll be over
huh?
there that made. You ain't gonna wear that next week. I'll be over
Yeah,
there that
girl.
made your room.
This remind me of Khalid Muhammad, boo.
I still got my silver one to go on my hand. I still got it.
Yeah, I'm still rocking this stuff, girl. Please.
Hmm.
All right, we wrapping it up. Khadijah, thank you for another show.
You're
We'll be
welcome.
back next week, y'all. And thank you. I kind of like this evening.
Most
This
definitely.
was good for me.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? This was
All
good
right,
for
y'all
me.
have a great week. Do something for yourself because you deserve it.
Ha ha. That's right. I holla.
Aha, let me check on my ending. Aha, I'll get that from Martin anyway.
You so silly.
Hey.
Okay,